Welcome to CrashRacer. Today we're playing Circuit Superstars and we're going to have a go at the Grand Prix. Let's have a go at the Piccino Cup, and I'm going to have a go on pro level. Let's restart this one because I was not doing brilliantly. Going to use a white car, number 10, should be nice and easy to spot. It's going to be 5 races in this Grand Prix, starting with the Sunnyside Park. All of these races are going to be 5 laps with a 1-lap qualifier, which is, I find it quite hard to get my eye in and set a good lap with just one chance. It takes me a few laps to get used to the track. We've got a bit of a run up though as we approach the start finish here for the start of our qualifying lap. Then, as you can see, for the qualifying laps all the other cars are in ghost mode, so that's really good. Don't have to worry about hitting or avoiding any other cars. Of course the race itself is different. Just got to hold it tight round here. Fast through the finish as the rest of the cars come across the line. Our position sorts itself out and we are 9th fastest, so going to be starting this race 9th on the grid and with lots of work. Point immediately for Song at the top for the fastest lap in the qualifying. Into the race then, as I said, 5 laps. Here's the grid. And we are a long way back. Where are we? There we are, over on the right hand side, right near the back. 9th place then. Let's see if we can improve on that. All the cars drifting over to the left to get a good line through this first corner. And I have gone just slightly wide. If we don't watch it, we're going to lose a place right from the start. Need to battle to try and keep that if possible. I've held them off for now. Carry as much speed as we can through this corner for the end of the first lap. Just a really short track, this one. Didn't take that brilliantly either. Obviously you want to try and smooth out a lot of these corners as much as possible, because you gain speed really when you're going straight, and then once you corner in and slide in, of course you lose speed. So I want to take as straight lines as possible, which again I've not really managed to do through there. It was slightly better than the lap before, but not perfect. Two laps to go then. A big bunch of cars up ahead, but we need to watch the cars behind us. Those two immediately behind us are gaining. We've got these two just in front though. Okay, over we come then for the start of the last lap. Can we do anything here? Make any sort of progress? Turned in early for that first corner this time, which means I'm going to be quicker through the second 2 parts. That was, I think that's the best I've taken that, but it's not going to be enough, and I think we're going to finish exactly where we qualified, in 9th place. Yep, there we go, 9th place. Actually, only a couple of tenths outside the fastest lap of the race. There we go, 4 points, long way behind the leader. On to the second race of the Grand Prix then, and we are at Sugar Hill. Thought Sugar Hill was a boxing trainer. Into the qualifying then, and we're going to start right at the front. As I say, we're all in ghost mode, so it doesn't really matter, but right at the front might actually be quite good. Of course, ideally I want to finish this qualifying still at the front. That'll be a good indicator if we've set a good lap. Don't mess up this first bit on the run through to the start. You want to get a good rolling start. Right, we need to sort of straight line these next few corners if possible. Do as little steering through there as we can. Now we're going to have some tight corners. Second is right behind us, and I think they're gaining. Taking that a little bit wide as well. We're just about still going to be in the lead though as we come across, so where are we going to finish? All the other cars coming across, so I'm dropping back. 6th place, is that where we're going to finish? Yep, looks like it. 6th place, not too bad. Better than 9th in the first. See if we can do anything with that in the race. There we are then, not quite as far back as in the first race. Right, I want to drift over slightly to the left this time. I want to get stuck in the line, but just gives a slightly better angle into the first corner. Don't want to get mugged by the cars behind. So easy to have a bad first corner, get the line wrong, and immediately have a train of cars come flying past. Started okay then, we can send it up the inside, can we? Yeah, that's one place made up. And we can do the same on the next corner as well. So up into 4th place, right behind the lead 3 cars as we start the second lap. And I think this little lead pack that we're in is pulling away slightly and saying that the 2 cars behind have just joined us. We are side by side and we're going to hold this place hopefully. And can I sneak up the inside of these 2 as well maybe? Yes, going to be first place then as we cross the line with 3 laps to go. Car inside though has got a bit of a run and they've pushed their way through. Fortunately it's not knocked us totally off the track. But the other car squeezed up the inside as well, and now we're going to get a group of cars come up the inside, are we? Managed to protect it. As I say, so easy. If you just get one, if you just leave a little gap for one car to squeeze through, before you know it there's a whole host of cars come past. We are back up into first place though as we start the 4th lap. Driver Song right in behind us, and the 2 of us, just for now at least, have pulled slightly ahead of the rest of the group. Still a lead group of 6 cars though, then there's a big gap behind. Right, power down, keep the car straight to gain as much speed as possible. Final lap then, and we are as far ahead as we have been for the whole race. It's not far, and one tiny mistake and we're going to mess this up, and second place really gained through that section. I thought I took that little few corners quite nicely, but second place has reeled us in. Right, just going to make sure I don't leave a gap up the inside here. Take it quite tight, power down, not leave any gap, and we are going to grab a win. Quite a good result for finishing, for qualifying in 6th place, and we got the best lap as well. Let's see what that does to the leaderboard. Yeah, that's bumped us up into 5th now with 25 points. Leader on 33 points at the moment. On to the 3rd race of the Grand Prix then, and we're at Maple Ridge. Straight into the 1 lap qualifying. Looks like we've got quite a distance to drive before we get to the start of the qualifying lap proper. Sort of in the middle of the cars at the moment, little group in front, sort of a lead group. So if I can try and hang on to those cars in front, hopefully they will drag me through for a good lap time. Try and carry the speed through this double right hand corner. Now it's going to tighten, and that group of cars has really caught me up behind, so that doesn't look too promising. Need to try and stay ahead of them, and with that, those 3 cars ahead. Very tight through there, which won't have been the quickest way to take that corner. Now throw it into this corner, watch we don't catch the barrier on the inside, keep it on the track. Took that fairly nicely. What's it going to do? Qualifying 5th at the moment. Are we going to drop back, or is that where we're going to finish? Yeah, qualified in 5th then. Give us a chance to get some good points again, hopefully. Quite a way behind the leader actually, over half a second slower than the leader on that one. Okay, let's get into the race. All on the grid, ready to start. 3, 2, 1, go. Again, all the cars moving over to the left for the first right hand corner. Try to carry as much speed as I can through. Car is pressuring me from behind already. Taking that quite nice and tight though. So easy to make a mistake on this game, and any little mistake and you're really punished, struggling just to stay ahead of those 4 cars behind. Carry some nice speed through there, gone a little wide, but that won't have cost me too much time, I don't think. We're just in this little gap at the moment with the lead 4 cars in front and then a chasing 4 behind. Little bang of the doors there with Song again. And we now do seem to be on the back of this lead pack and pulling away from the group behind. Start of lap 3. Just drop back slightly. I need to be right in the back of this pack if possible. So, oh damn, made a mistake, made a big mistake, hit the barrier on the one side and that threw me across the track. That's lost me a lot of time and I've got to watch I don't get swallowed up by those cars behind. I think we're okay. Need to just tidy up my driving a little bit now. What have we got? Yeah, we've got 2 laps when we come over the line this next time. We're back on the back of this lead group. Just avoided the barrier this time. Whoa, that was close. That was really close. Hit the bollard on the inside any tighter and I'd have been getting a time penalty and that would have really messed things up. We're in and amongst it now with this pack though. I'm going to be on the outside for this corner. Can we slip back underneath? No, we're going to lose another place, but at least we're in and amongst the fight now. Good last corner as well onto the straight. Okay, final lap, 4th place as we start it. Just left the tiniest gap and Song is up the inside and that's going to push me wide. Nowhere I could go, but we can throw it up the inside there, can we? Yeah, up into 3rd place. Whoa, gone slightly wide. Come on, keep the power down. Again, I'm going to hold it tight and we've managed to nick another place. We're right in behind the leader now. Right in behind Abdul, the leader. Can we get a run as we get onto the straight? It's not going to be enough, but 2nd place. That's not a bad result at all. And again, fastest lap of the race, so that's promising. Incredibly close lap times between all the drivers though. This pro level is definitely very competitive for me. And we are now up into 3rd place in the table with 42 points. On to the penultimate race of the Grand Prix then. See if we can keep making progress up the table. Quite a long, complicated looking track this one. I'm not familiar with this. Have to try and follow some of the other cars if possible, see if that helps. Right, over for the start of the lap then. Nice tight corner there. Whoop, damn, just took my eyes off the track for a second there looking at the map. Actually got away with that. Well, I've lost a little bit of time though. Just trying to glance at the map quickly, but I think in general I'm better off looking at the other cars. Of course, as you can see, and it's a really nice touch in this game, as the cars go around the track they start leaving the rubber marks on the track where the line is, where the line of the cars are going, and you can use that to follow. Definitely is a big help, and I probably need to do that more than try and keep glancing at the map. 6th place then we qualified in. Gives us some possibilities maybe to get some good points again. Looks like the leader I think has got pole position. Was it Abdul at the front? Let's have a look at the grid. Yeah, same familiar drivers at the front, and there we are. See if we can have another good race. We've had a couple of good results now. First race was a little bit sloppy, but the next two, first and a second, and that's a good corner as well, immediately gained us a place, and we're in behind these lead 4 cars. If we can get on the back of them again. Slightly wide there, that's allowed the others to catch up, but fortunately the one immediately behind hit the back. Damn, tried to take that much too tight. Just not familiar with this track at all, and that's given us a time penalty and dropped us back a position. Can we immediately grab the place back? Yes, up into 5th, but that's of course dropped us quite well back off the lead 4 cars. Damn. Haha. Another mistake. Went in way too tight for that. Tried to correct it at the last minute, but again, another penalty. We're still clinging on to this 5th place somehow, but in saying that's a car up the inside now. Not going to be able to defend it, but we're in the left-hand corner now, so we can take the place back at least. Somehow we're still in 5th after 2 penalties. Puff of dust from the outside of the track. One of the cars in front has gone wide, but I'm now really struggling to keep this group of cars behind, and I'm going to make the same mistake again. Of course I am. Of course I am. Just don't know the track well enough, not familiar with it, and now we've got a lot of work to do. 2 laps to go. Really poor drive, and I'm down in 8th place. We can cut that corner, can we? Back up into our 5th place. Whoa! Car behind just caught the back end and started spinning it, and now we're on the dirt. Nearly span it, managed to hold it. Down into 9th. We can cut the corner there. Right, this is the one. Yeah, managed to take the corner properly this time. Again, we've got to watch here. We want to take that corner tight, but just can't go inside that bollard and risk a time penalty. Right, final lap, 8th place. Taken that first corner nicely, and we're up into 7th. Can we do the same again here? Cut in front, try and barge the other cars. It's half worked, but now I'm going to be on the outside for this next corner, and that is going to let the other car come through as well. We can slip up the inside here, cut through this. Right, watch this corner here, don't get this wrong. Now I need to cut in, but not too early. Power down, and I think we are going to finish 5th. 5th place, not the best, but considering the sloppy drive I had, that's probably not a bad result. Could have been a lot worse. How many points is that going to give us, and where is that going to put us in the table coming into the final race? We're down in 4th place now. Right, so Victor is 5 points ahead. I think it's that Victor that we're going to have to watch in this next race and see if we can try. We need to finish ahead of them, I think, by maybe a couple of places to try and nick 3rd place in the Grand Prix overall. Okay, let's concentrate on the qualifying then of this next race. I'm up near the front. Let's try and keep in contact and keep close to these other drivers around. Need to carry the speed through this double corner here. I don't always take that particularly well, but that wasn't too bad, giving us a good run for the start of this next corner. Very fast sweeping left to start with. You need to carry as much speed through that as you can, but you've got to get your line right. If you don't get your line right there, you have to lift or brake. Taking that quite tight. Does that work? Sort of. We've actually gained on these 2 cars, so this might be a decent qualifying. Like I'm saying that, I just made a bit of a mistake there, but need to be in the top few really. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, we're dropping back. Is that it? 3rd place, I'd settle for that. Yep, 3rd place qualifying. That's not too bad. Not too bad. Abdul and Song are both ahead of us, and Victor, who is ahead of us in the overall leaderboard, is just directly behind us, so they're going to be starting right next to us on the grid. And yeah, I think it's them that we've really got to target to try and beat by a few places if possible. Into the race we go then. The lead two cars are the lead two cars in the overall Grand Prix, and we are starting just ahead of the car that we really need to beat to have any chance of finishing third in the championship. Off we go then. Trying to carry as much speed through here as we can. I'm coming very tight through there. The line is okay, but it's allowed the cars behind to bunch up behind. Just want to try and focus on these two cars ahead, I think, really. See if we can keep pace with them. Whoa, left a little gap, and Victor's put the car up the inside. Just got the run as we come across the straight and managed to hold the position. And we're quick through here. Right, can I get a slightly wider line this time? That's better. And the other two have got pushed slightly wide. So can we hold it around the inside? Ah, we've got pushed wide ourselves. Had to come in slow, and that allowed the other cars to push through. But now we're on the inside for the next corner. It's really nip and tuck, and we are up in the lead to start with. If we could get into the lead, and oh, Victor's pushed his way through as well. I was going to say, if that car had got held up by some of the others, that would have been ideal, but unfortunately they've followed us through and they're in second. First place though, really all I can do is concentrate on our race, try and stay ahead. Can't really control the cars behind. It's a big group of cars as well. What is it, about 6 or 7 cars directly behind us. Any slight mistake, or if I go into a corner a little bit wide or brake a little bit late, and we're going to have a whole line of cars come streaming past us though. 2 laps to go. Can't make any mistakes, and that wasn't the best line. Started a little bit wide, but it's alright. Car up the inside, we're side by side, we've just pulled ahead. But that car has got ahead of Victor, so if we can get maximum points for win, Victor doesn't finish second. They're up into second now though, side by side with the other cars. Took that very narrow, means I'm slow coming into this section, and that's allowed all the other cars to bunch up behind as we start the last lap, and they're all streaming through the inside. Just what I didn't need. We're up alongside, but we're on the outside. That's a long way round. At least I'm up into second. Can put it up the inside, but again left the gap that they could barge through. Gonna hold it tight here, make the others go around the long way this time. Car on the inside is going to be struggling for grip on the dirt, and we can get past all the other cars bunching right up behind us. We've got a good run. It's going to be close, but we are going to grab the win in this final race. Now, where did Victor finish? I think he might have finished third maybe. So is that going to be enough? And Abdul and Song, the two leaders of the Grand Prix, finished way down 5th and 8th place in that race. What has that done then to the leaderboard? We are up into second place then. We are going to finish second place with 72 points, just 1 point ahead of both 3rd and 4th place. So there we are on the podium, second place in the Piccino Grand Prix Pro level. Well, that is the end of this video of Circuit Superstars. I really hope you enjoyed that Grand Prix and all the races. If you did, please like and subscribe, and see you soon.